Okay, you see that large waste rock pile in the center of the screen? I'm not talking about the tailings in the ravine below. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm talking about the waste rock extending down the side of the mountain in the distance. That's the mine we're going into, and it's a big mine. And this is where those tailings came from. These are the remains of a large mill that served the mines in the area, including the one we're going to visit. You can see how big it is by comparing the size of the foundations of the mill to the truck parked above. Okay, I'm up on top of the waste rock pile for the mine we're going to go into, and you can see the remains of the mill off in the distance there. And this is a pretty impressive waste rock pile. It keeps going that way too. And then the mine is here behind us. You can see the portal there. A good looking portal. It's one of the more interesting portals that I've seen. My exploring buddy is already in the mine. You can see the rock wall they built up top there, which I thought was really cool. And then here we are. See some bits of equipment just inside the portal here. And the mine carries off that way. Obviously the rats have found that section. There's a view in the distance. That's where we're headed. Carrying on. See, there was rail in here at one time. This is pretty spacious. Little pocket they cleaned out there. And there. Looks like it might be something back there actually. Looks like there's a fault line here because you can see how flat and smooth the top of the adit is, whereas the sides are fairly rough. There's a pipe here on the left, probably for compressed air. And it keeps going. Looks like we got something on the left here. Okay, looks like it a little drift going back there. It's probably just a pocket. We'll go check real quick. Yeah, it just comes back here and dead ends. So we'll carry on with the main drift. So there's a look back at the portal. That's that little tiny side drift we just went in. And we are continuing down that way. Got some nice timbering here. Pretty beefy timbers. I like it. Got some more up here.
looks like it just keeps going for a really long way. So there's looking back at the portal. You can see we're a lot farther in now. This is a really big adit. It's very spacious. I couldn't even touch the ceiling if I jumped. There's Mr. Mines to the west up ahead. And we haven't come across any cave-ins or collapses or anything. This is all solid rock and it's in good shape. So, really impressed with the size of this thing. You could drive a Jeep through here with no problem at all. Alright, continuing on. The adit has gotten lower here. You see it's kind of got like an M shape to it almost. It's interesting. Looks like we got, I was going to say, looks like we had something there, but they just cleaned out a little pocket there. And we're still carrying on. As far as we can see. Alright, still carrying on. And it looks like we're coming up to some stuff here. You can see some ventilation tubing on the ground here. And then we've got, so the main drift carries off that way. There's something here on my left. And here on the right, drift going off that way. And drift going off that way. And the ventilation tubing says no good. It's been good so far though. We'll go check out this one on the left. But this doesn't go back very far. No, there's the end right there. So let's go check out some of those on the right. Okay, that's where I just came from. The main adit carries on that way. And let's go check this one in front of us here. Okay, that one just goes back there and stops. I can see the end right there. So, you see more ventilation tubing there, and it actually goes up. Can't tell if this is an ore chute or a raise. At first glance, it looks kind of like an ore chute, and it may have been an ore chute actually at one time because it's got the chute, or what's left of a chute right here, but now there's a ladder going up it. And I'm afraid that ladder is beyond its best days, and we will not be able to get up that because it's rotten as hell. And it keeps going up. Obviously some upper workings up there, but who knows where it goes, unfortunately. So we'll continue down, drift this way. Okay, so that goes off in dead ends there. And keeps going this way. Looks like it might dead end up here. Maybe not. Maybe it keeps going. Okay, this is an end. Is it a collapse? Yeah, that's the end. I mean, that's the true end, and a little bit of material has come down and collapsed right here, but that's still the very back of the mine right there. And then as I was coming back here, off on the left, excuse me, on the right, coming in, on the left now, looks like there was a little raise or something going up right here. Yeah. Okay. There you see the raise goes up there. So I would imagine that connects to where the remains of that ore chute were and the rotten ladders. Okay, I'm back at the no good junction, and this is the area we just came from. Just noticed there's a little pocket they cleared out up there too. Anyway, we are continuing down main adit here, and it just keeps going as far as we can see. Got some ventilation tubing and some very, wow, extremely moldy timbers in there. And that just dead ends right there. So, we'll continue on down. Remember what I said earlier about how you could drive a Jeep through the adit? It's a little narrow for that now, but somebody literally, I don't know if that was a dirt bike or what, but somebody literally did drive a vehicle in here. That is insane. I love it. But it's possible. I mean, there are no collapses or anything. And looking back, you just barely see the portal now. It's incredible to me that they're able to drive such a straight line. We're in several thousand feet now, and it is just dead straight the whole way, which I think is pretty incredible. So, continuing on, like I said, it keeps going that way as far as I can see. Alright, still going. Looks like we got something coming up on the left here. It just goes back and stops. And we are still going that way as far as we can see. I just noticed on the right here, looks like an approximation of the mining symbol. That's probably how far we're in, 2,760 feet. That feels about right. And what's wild is it still keeps going as far as I can see. And what's also impressive to me is that way off in the distance you can still see the portal, and they still have maintained the perfectly straight line. Alright, we're still going down this adit, and this one's doing it right because the water is draining out along the sides rather than in the middle of the path here, getting us all wet and muddy. There's some debris here. Can't tell if that was put there, if it came down. And uh-oh. Looks like this might be it for us. Holy shit. Can you guys hear that on the camera? There's a roaring sound that sounds like water going down a shaft or something. That's wild. I have never heard that volume of water inside of a mine before. I can't even imagine what's on the other side of this. I don't think I want to know. You dug through that, you'd be going for a ride if that broke through. Man. Yeah, this time they're right. This time they are definitely right. No good. Man, I cannot believe that. Actually, you can actually hear stuff going down in the water too. Yeah, it breaks it up. Wow. Well, we're in about 3,000 feet. That's some good flowstone right here. Looks like melted wax from a candle. And yet, it's hard as a rock because it is a rock. And then there is the portal way, way off in the distance, about 3,000 feet away in a dead straight line. So, we've got a hike ahead of us. Alright, we're making our way out now. You guys probably even recognize these timbers. And we noticed here, I didn't notice on the way in, said that we made it. So our arrow is pointed all over the place. So I don't know if that means they constructed these timbers here, or it means they survived being inside the mine. Either way, we've almost made it because the portal is just right up there.